What's this presentation all about? Well, you may be watching this live. If you are, it's Monday night, 8:30 p.m. here in the UK. It's 3:30 p.m. Eastern, or just after it, a few minutes after it. Or you may be watching a recording. Our company, we're in 121 countries. We have over 500,000 business partners and customers already. And those business partners are out there building our business in various countries around the world. This presentation is designed for those business partners so they can introduce our business, our products to other people. So what I'm going to cover then in the next sort of 60 minutes or so, for the first 20 minutes, we're going to talk to customers. Okay, we're going to tell you what we sell as a company. I'm going to show you some of our products, tell you a little bit about the company, and I'm going to show you, and this is really important, I'm going to show you that what we sell, the product we sell, you cannot go and buy that product, same product, any cheaper anywhere else, which is really, really important. So I'm going to talk about the product, I'm going to talk about the prices as well and how that all works. If you're happy with the products, obviously, you're happy with the prices, you think it's something you'd like to do in your country, then I'm going to show you how you can start then as a business partner. I'm going to show you how you can earn money every week, every month. We pay our business partners 5 times a month. I'm going to show you then how you can build up a residual income. What I mean by that, if you've not heard that word before, it just means how you can get do the work now, if you like, do the work over the next 6 months or a year, and then get paid for that work every single week, every single month after it. If you have any questions at the very end, please do keep them. We'll open up the little chat box there and you can ask any questions you have. What we don't do at Karatbars International is we're not going to ask you for your email. We're not going to start sending you out autoresponders. We're not going to hassle you. What I'm going to do, and this is the reason this is not a 3-minute presentation or a 10-minute presentation, I want to give you all the information now over the next 60 minutes or so that you can make an informed decision on whether you think this company is right for you or not. All right, so we're not going to take up any more time than that. I know a lot of companies out there do a little short presentation, then you get an email, and then someone calls you up, and then you get emails every day, and it takes up basically weeks of your time. We're going to answer all those questions for you now in the next 60 minutes. So, a little bit of background on myself. I'm 39. I live here in Ireland, obviously. I have been in direct sales for over 20 years. I've worked with multinational insurance companies. I've worked in Ireland. I've also worked in London for 3 years, and I've lived over in Portugal and worked over there. I've worked in different parts of Europe as well. But in 2013, I lost my business. Something very, very important happened that year because I was 36 years old. I thought that good times would never end. I had a really good business. But the problem was I had no savings and I had no income to back up my main business. And whenever that main business stopped operating, it was through no fault of our own, but whenever it stopped operating, there was no backup plan. And that was a massive shock for me and to my family. At the very same time, the Queen used the phrase annus horribilis. Well, I had one of those in 2013. My mother got very ill with dementia. My best friend, who was in the business with me as well, he got ill with a heart complaint. And my fiance Emma, who you can see in the picture in the bottom right, she was working in Africa, working in Tanzania. And I know there's someone here from Tanzania tonight. She was working over there for 7 years as a missionary. She got very ill with malaria, and she had to come back as well. And she's been ill with that ever since. So she's had that for a long time now. Subsequently, my best friend Pete, he died, and my mum died then the year after. But the problem was I was living in Portugal, and I had no income, I had no money. I couldn't really go and ask my family because of the situation that was going on at home. And out of the blue, a friend of mine who I'd known from a previous company rang me up and asked me to watch a presentation. And that presentation has completely changed my life. It's a presentation just like this one. I said, no problem, I've got 45 minutes free, I'll have a look. And I sat down and watched the presentation. And it's changed my life in so many ways over the past 4 years. And remember, that's only 48 months. It's not a very long time. 2017, we got married since 2013. We now have 4 children. Latest one just came 5 weeks ago it is now. I now have savings, which is really, really important. Something I never had and something most of my friends don't have either. I have security and then I have a residual income. So it doesn't matter if I get sick now or if something happens to me, then that residual income's happening every week and every month. A good example happened 5 weeks ago when my wife went into hospital to have Jimmy, that's her son. He was ill whenever he was born, and she had to be kept in the hospital for an extra week. So for that extra week, I was at home here. I was looking after Emily and Bryony. Everything was absolutely fine because I wasn't worried about a job. I wasn't worried about needing time off or anything like that. And that's the really secure thing about a residual income. I also get 3 paid holidays, which is a bonus. I've just come back from Germany. I was in the Caribbean with Karatbars earlier on this year. And went to Las Vegas in January, and I know some people on this call are going to Las Vegas as well. But the best thing, and this is something I wasn't looking for when I started with Karatbars, is it's given me time freedom. Residual income, working with a company who do all the shipping and do all the support, and a company that does all the things for you, means you get something that's more precious than money, I think, and that's time freedom. That's time to spend with my son, with my 2 sons, with my 2 daughters. I keep getting this mixed up now, but I have all the time in the world to spend with them because my Karatbars business basically runs itself. So what's Karatbars all about anyway? Well, the first thing is, and this is really, really important, did you know that gold is money? Now, if I went out and spoke to 100 people in the street today and asked them, did you know gold was money? I know that 99 of those people would say no. But also, did you know cash is currency? Now, it's really, really important to know the difference between money and currency. As I said, we're not taught this in school. We're not taught this anywhere throughout our whole education. But there's a massive difference between something that's money and something that's currency. Let me just show you the difference. Money is a medium of exchange. So let me just take out some money here. So you'll recognize some of these, I'm sure. This is a dollar note, okay? And here we have a £10 Bank of England note. And here we have a €20 note. So those are the main currencies that people would use around the world at the moment. So money is a medium of exchange, i.e. I can take this €20 note and I can go and I can buy some chicken or fish, or I can pay for something with it. It's a unit of account. It's portable, i.e. I can put this in my wallet. It's long lasting to a certain extent, okay, as long as you don't put it through the washing machine. It is long lasting and will last for a certain amount of years. It's mutually interchangeable, i.e. if you've got a €20 note and I've got a €20 note, they're both worth exactly the same thing. Now this is where money and gold differ, and this is where money and currency differ. Gold, and this is a piece of gold here, this is a piece of gold. Gold stores value because it's a piece of gold. In the same way, silver is the same. Silver is true money because silver also stores value. What I mean by stores value, if you go and you went to work in, let's say, McDonald's or something this week and you earn £1,000, well, if you earned £1,000 in gold and you put that gold in under your mattress and you take it out in 100 years' time, you can still buy the same goods and services with that gold as the day you put it in under your mattress. All right, does that make sense? So, by the same token, and how I can explain that is you can buy the same goods and services with a gram of gold today as you could in the Middle Ages, as you could in Roman times. All right, the buying power of gold is never ever changes right throughout history. Now, if we take a €20 note, if you put the €20 note in under your mattress, and if you take it out in 10 years' time, do you think you'll be able to buy the same goods and services with that €20 note? We all know you can't. And it's not, and the reason for that is through inflation, and it's because the value of paper money decreases year and year and year. On top of that, it's completely based on faith. You believe that's worth €20 because I do. Okay, we believe this is worth $1 because it says on it. We believe this is worth £10, but at the end of the day, it's only paper. It's based completely on faith. Whereas this is a piece of gold, and you know a piece of gold is worth its weight in gold. The phrase actually tells you more about it. Gold has always been money right throughout history. And again, this is really important in terms of our company and what we do, to realize that gold and silver have always been money right throughout every single civilization, right up to, you see where I have the arrow there, between the 19th centuries and the 20th centuries, we went from the gold to the paper. All right, so how did that happen? How did gold and silver for thousands of years be money? How did we then end up in a situation where we had pieces of paper? Very, very simply, I'll explain how it happened. Bankers in the 1800s, 1900s came up with a plan that they would get the public, so that's you and me, to walk into the banks, which they owned, and they would ask us to hand over our gold and silver, okay? And in return for that, they would give us a note. All right, we'll use the dollar note because there's one on the screen. All right, so on the very first dollar notes, it actually said, you can see it on the screen, $100 in gold coin payable to the bearer on demand. All right, now, what that basically means is you take your gold coin into the bank, they give you a note, a promissory note, it's a piece of paper, okay, and that piece of paper is not the value is in your gold, which is in the vault. Using another example, if you go to a dry cleaners, so I take the shirt to the dry cleaners, they give me a note, the value is not on the piece of paper they give me, the value is in my shirt, all right, and this is really, really important to remember. So one gold coin equaled one note, 20 gold coins equals 20, a 20 gold coin note, so this is how we have the different numbers and notes. They would charge you an interest then for looking after your gold, so they were going to keep it safe. But the reason this system was always going to work is because there would never be more notes than gold. Now, the bank promised they would never print more of these than there was of these. And that makes perfect sense, because you start printing too many paper notes, then they're not worth as much because there's not as much gold in the vault. So what actually changed? Well, if we take a look, 1971, excuse me, you can see President Nixon there. In 1971, 12th of August, he decided to temporarily suspend the convertibility of the dollar into gold. All right. This was supposed to be a temporary measure because they needed more, obviously they needed more paper notes than they had gold in the vault, but that temporary measure was never temporary. And so what has happened since is banks have kept, central banks, and this includes the Euro, includes the Bank of England, have been printing and printing and printing paper notes. And we know now, for example, the United States is in $20 trillion of debt. So there's never been $20 trillion of gold there, but now there's $20 trillion. And actually there's tens of trillions of dollars of paper and dollar debt, simply because you can see there QE1, that was quantitative easing 1, and quantitative easing 2, and quantitative easing 3, just increasing and increasing the money supply. And a very, very everyday example for you is if you own one Ferrari, then that Ferrari is expensive. If there's a million of those Ferraris, suddenly they're not as expensive because there's too many of them. The exact same thing happens with paper notes. The dollar to gold ratio today, if it was still convertible, if the dollar was convertible into gold, then the true price of gold today should be around about $6,700 per ounce, when in fact it is around about $1,200 or $1,800 per ounce. On top of that, and again, many people don't know this, we're not taught this in school for obvious reasons. If you knew this, there would be around in the banks probably. Since the 15th century, 609 currencies are no longer in circulation. Every single paper currency that has ever been created, every single one has always gone to zero. What happens is that eventually the public lose faith. As soon as the public lose faith, they rush to the banks to take take it out and buy other things with it, gold, silver, other valuable items, and that's whenever the money crashes. And it happens every single time. Now let's take a look at gold then. If we know that gold's devaluing, and many people say to me every week, Brian, is the value of gold going down? If you maybe you've thought yourself, just think to yourself, has anybody ever said to you the value of gold is going down? Have you ever thought that the value of gold is going down? You see it on the TV news every night, the value of gold is going down. It's like subliminal messages from the media all the time that gold's going down. Let's look at the facts. I like facts. So let's look at this chart on the left. US dollar 2001, and gold increased against the dollar 2%. Go right down to the bottom of that table till you get to 2016, and you can see the average since 2001. Gold has increased against the dollar by 10.7% every single year. All right, it's not because gold is going up in value, it's because the value of the dollar is decreasing, and that's because of all that quantitative easing I talked about a second ago. Scroll over till you see GBP. If you're in the UK, I know there's some people on here tonight from the UK. You can see GBP. If we scroll down to the bottom, you can see it's 12.3%. So on average, every single year, if you'd have been saving in gold instead of saving in paper dollars or paper pounds or paper whatever, then your gold would have increased against that currency, the sterling currency, 12.3% every single year. And yet, no, 99% of the public don't know this. At the very same time, because of quantitative easing, because of inflation, inflation is just the value of products going up every year because you always need more euros and you need more dollars to buy the same goods and services. Take a look at the facts again. On the chart on the right, 2001, inflation was 1.8%, 1.7% the year after. In total, inflation from 2001 to 2016, your £100 that you had in 2001, all right, you would need £152 today to buy the same goods and services. So what do you think is the better thing to have out of those two? If you're earning wages, or if you're earning money and you want to save, are you better saving in paper money or are you better saving in gold? Banks are continually printing currency. The Greek government had to get a bailout a few years ago. Capital controls come in. People weren't even allowed to touch the money in their own bank accounts. The only reason that the Greek government had to do that is because they don't have their own printing press. The UK government can print as much as they like. The United States government can print as much as they like. That's why they need bailouts, even though they're in far more debt. On top of that, what if your account was hacked? What if, here's a good example at the moment. We see what's going on in Florida. There's no internet. The ATMs aren't working. What are you going to use to buy goods and services with? Your little plastic card that you go to the ATM with isn't going to be any use in Florida today. What if your account was hacked? It's happening now in the UK. It's happened to 3 banks in the UK where accounts have been hacked and money has been taken out of people's accounts. If there was a massive hack on your bank tomorrow and all accounts went to zero, what are you going to do to buy goods and services? What are you going to go and exchange, do an exchange with? Because everyone has put 100% faith in the banks. Everyone has put 100% faith in that little plastic card they carry about. So taking all that into consideration, what would you rather be saving? What would you rather have at home to buy goods and services? Would you rather have gold or would you rather have paper money? And that's basically what as a company, we're all about. The problem is, and the reason everybody's not running about with gold, The main reason is because governments and banks are scaring the public away from gold and silver. But the main reason is 99%, this is a fact, 99% of people own zero gold. They've never bought gold, they've never seen 24 karat pure gold before. These are the sorts of things that people have said to me since I started working with our company. I didn't know gold was money. Well, now you do. It's too expensive, it's going down in price. You know now it's not going down in price. You can quote someone the facts. Where would you buy it? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Where would I store it? I'm going to show you the solution for that too. What would you do with it? Again, what would you do with gold once you have it? I'm going to show you the solution for that. How would you know what you're buying? Again, we've covered all that. I'm going to go through that in a minute. How would you turn it back into cash? We've even solved that problem as well. The main issue up to now is, you can see on the screen there, a little piece of gold that fits comfortably in your hand is 1 kilo. And that 1 kilo costs $37,000 because banks and governments have packaged up gold in such a way that it's been kept away from the general public. But the company has basically solved that. The biggest problem, and this is something I was talking about today on a three-way call with someone, it's something our business partners talk about every day, is cost. People do not know how much gold is. If you've never bought milk, you don't know how much it is. If you've never bought a car, you wouldn't know how much it is. It's the same thing with gold. Whenever people want to find out how much gold is, they go to the internet and they type in how much is gold. I've done a screenshot for you here. So someone types in how much is gold, what comes up on the screen? Spot price, okay? Spot price, or people call it market price. People think the market price for gold is the same thing as buying a little piece of gold like this. I want to show you now that it's got nothing to do, market price has nothing to do with the physical price of gold. If you go and buy gold on the stock market today, if you go to COMEX or some other trading company, if you want to go and buy some gold, you're free to do that. But you cannot, and this is very, very important, remember this figure, you cannot get it delivered unless you buy 3,100 grams. That's 100 troy ounces. That's over 100,000 euros worth of gold. All right, most people don't know that. People think they're buying physical gold when they go to the stock market. You're not. You're buying a piece of paper until such times as you order 3,100 grams. This is not even the scary bit. Here's the scary bit. Traders are allowed to trade more gold than they actually have. So if a trader on the COMEX has a little piece of gold like this and sitting in their vault, or 1 bar of gold in the vault, they are allowed to, and they are right now today, trading over 300 times the amount of this than they physically have. Let me give you an everyday example. If you went to the local car dealership today and you bought a car, and the car dealer says, I'm going to look after your car for you, and you walk away, okay? How would you feel if he sold that very same car to 300 other people? Now, if everybody gets wind this car dealer has only got one car and he's selling 300, what do you think is going to happen? Everybody's going to turn up to get their car. How many people are going to get a car? One, the first person who turns up. And this is exactly the same thing that's going to happen in the markets whenever people realize what they're buying is fresh air. All you're buying is a piece of paper that says you own a piece of gold. And the reason this is possible, and the reason the traders do this, because they know that people buy gold on the stock market, they're only speculating, and they're never going to ask for that delivery. I know one gold trading company at the moment has less than 29 bricks of physical gold left in their vault, in their warehouse. And they're trading more and more, selling it to other traders, selling it back. And more gold is actually traded on the London Stock Exchange every single day than has ever been mined out of the ground in human history. So whenever people say, I can buy gold on the markets cheaper, just remember, they're not buying metal, they're buying a piece of paper. And remember, unless they're buying 3,100 grams, they have zero chance of getting that delivered. So if that's the case, let's look at the real price of physical gold. And that's what we sell here at Karatbars. We're talking about physical gold now. So spot and market price has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. All right, so don't let anyone ever quote spot price to you because it's irrelevant. Spot price around about 35 euro per gram anyway. Online, if you go to a website such as Bullion by Post, a very popular website in the UK, there are others, gold.co.uk and various different ones. I know in the USA we have JM Bullion. I've researched these companies. I know about Perth Mint. I know about Swiss Gold. I know about JM Bullion. I know about all these other companies because I've been tracking them over the past 4 years since I started with Karatbars. But anyway, let's use this as an example. Bullion by Post. If you go to Bullion by Post today and you want to buy a piece of gold which is 999.9, you might ask, what's that? Well, whenever you get to 24 karat gold, you have 999.1, 999.5, 999.9. Okay. I know, for example, Asian customers are not interested in anything less than 4 nines. Okay. There are only a limited amount of refineries in the world to produce that, and the LBMA is the London Bullion Market Association, and they accredit refineries. Okay. They don't accredit gold; they accredit refineries. So if you want to buy 999.9, that's 4 nines from an LBMA accredited refinery. and you want it to come just like this, okay, you're looking at around about €42. Now, if you want to buy 999.9 from LBMA with a certificate and a serial number, all right, I'll explain to you why this is important in a second, but if you want a certificate and a serial number from a company such as Heraeus, you're looking at around about €57 for 1 gram, okay? And that's what it'll come, that's what it'll look like there. It might be inside a little vacuum pack, there might be a little certificate along with it, okay? Going up the security features again, we have Swiss Gold there, 999.9 LBMA, certificate, serial number. Now we're adding in a hologram, again for added security. There is a company called Swiss Gold who sell a Kinney bar, and again, Kinney bar have all of these features, including the hologram, but you're looking at around about €70 per gram. All right, so this is on the screen there. I'm just going to show you, this is what a gram of gold looks like buying it online, and this is what we sell at Karatbars. I'm going to talk about in a second. There's the difference in the two products right there. Okay, so that's the different types of gold, that's the different price ranges we're talking about. What's the reason for all these security features? It's because there is so much fake gold out in the market. On eBay, on any of these online sites, what fakers are doing is they're getting tungsten, which is the same weight as gold. They're coating it in 24 karat coating. So even if you take it into a jeweler and you think you've got real gold and it's 24 karat, you take it into a jeweler, the jeweler uses a little machine to check it. You'll walk out thinking, great, I've got myself real gold. If you actually drill down into that piece of gold, you'd find that there's tungsten inside. And there's reputable, genuine dealers who are getting caught out with this fraud at the moment. You can see on the screen how they're doing it. Sometimes they're not even putting the whole thing tungsten in the center. They're just putting little bars of tungsten in, so even if you drill down, you might miss one of the bars. That is what's going on in the gold market at the moment. And remember, 99% of people have never bought gold, don't know anything about gold, so they wouldn't know about all the fake gold that's out there in the market. So this is where we come in. This is what the solution is for all of these specific problems which I've been talking about. Karatbars International was started in 2011. It's a private company. Private debt-free company. We now have 500,000 accounts in 121 countries. When I started with the company, we had 60,000 accounts in 57. So fantastic growth every year. We're growing about 30% a year. The company's in the top 2% of companies in Germany in terms of credit scoring. We have certificates and everything for that, which you can see. Harold Seitz is the owner. He's a senator of the BWA, which is the German Overseas Trade Association. You do not become a member of the German Overseas Trade Association by accident. The reason I'm telling you about this is Karatbars have no reason to improve their reputation, if you like. The company has a very strong reputation. Company accounts are made public, top 2% of credit scoring, and Harold himself is a fantastic businessman, a very well-respected businessman in the country as well. Harold's vision, if you like, is there on the screen. His mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. That's what we're doing at Karatbars. His goal is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. You can see our headquarters there in the top right. I do ask you and urge you, I know there's people on this call who have been to the head office. It's fantastic. I've been there 3 times myself. If you want to go and meet the team, you're more than welcome to do that. It's an open door office. You can walk in there and you can meet the whole team. You can see deliveries, you can see the whole thing being produced. Let's talk about Karatbars Gold then. It comes from an LBMA accredited refinery. All right, as I said before, that's really important. We sell 0.1 gram to 5 gram weights. So what does a 0.1 gram Karatbar look like? Well, it's inside a little note like this. And if we hold this up beside a euro note, for example, you can see some similarities here. So on a euro note, we have a magnetic strip. All right. And you can see on the Karatbar note, we also have a magnetic strip as well down there. All right. We also have our serial number, which is on here, and the serial number on the Karatbar note is on the back. All right. So similarities with a normal note. I'll explain to you why we have them in notes in a second. So that's the 0.1 gram. The 0.2 gram then is here. Okay. So again, you can see the difference. There's a piece of gold in here, and there's 2 pieces of gold in here. The difference between this note and this note is this is a piece of paper with no intrinsic value, and this is a piece of paper with 2 pieces of gold in it. All right, you can see the big difference now. This is how we're getting gold back into the hands of the people. Here we have a 0.4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of gold in there. And then we have a 0.6 gram, which is the purple one. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have a note which you can pay for things with, and you have all the security features that you have on a banknote, if you like. Actually, the security features are better on this than you'll find on this note that banks are currently using. That's our 1 gram then is inside a card because it's heavier. So we have the 0.1 gram or the 1 gram here. I'll show you then the 2 gram. You can see the piece of gold gets bigger as we move that up. Hopefully you can see that there. And then we have our gram card here. So I'll go through the security features. The security features are the same on the notes and on the card. So here we have the Karatbars logo embedded into the gold during the manufacturing process. Again, an excellent security feature. It's 24 karat. It's 999.9 purity, and that's, you can see it on the screen, and then the gold itself. You can see it comes from Nadir, again, which is stamped onto the gold, one of those LBMA accredited refineries. It's 999.9 purity. The certificate of authenticity is here, and again, it's on the notes and all the other cards. The hologram is on the left-hand side. I'll just hold it up a bit closer for you there. And we have our serial number on the front. So you can, and on top of that, there's black light technology. If you've ever been to a shop and you've put a note under the little light, same thing here. And on top of that, as an added layer of security, there's a DNA biomarker on top of this card. You won't be able to see the sheen, but I can see it here. And again on the back. And if a person has a specific machine, which Karatbars sell, a little reader, you pop the reader over the top and it beeps, and you know this is a genuine article Karatbar. The machine itself and the liquid are completely unique to Karatbars International. So these cannot be faked. All right, and that's really, really important. These cannot be faked, whereas many old companies around the world are being faked at the moment. And this is why all these added security features are so important, because whenever you're buying something such as gold, you want to ensure that it's the real thing. It's the most important thing for me, and I want to get across to you today, is that we have been delivering this gold now, and we're delivering it to 121 countries since 2011. This is not a new business. We have thousands of parcels going out with FedEx every single week all around the world. The company offers free storage for your gold, so that problem we spoke about earlier, where would I store it, is covered, because Karatbars can store your gold for as long as you like for free. On top of that, as I said, we do have FedEx delivery, which is €13.50 inside Europe, €18.50 outside Europe. If you wait until you've got over 100 grams in storage and ask for a delivery, your delivery is free. So it's really, really simple for customers. We've taken all those problems and all those reasons why people don't buy gold completely out of the picture. You can register for free on the Karatbars website. There's no cost for an account. All right. If your bank said to you today, do you want a free gold savings account? You'd probably say yes. There's no reason why people shouldn't be saying yes to a free gold savings account with Karatbars. There are no monthly fees, no subscriptions or hidden charges, no minimum orders. You can register today, and if you want, you can just go in and buy a 0.1 gram note. You can go and buy a 1 gram of Karatbars. Free storage, as I said before, and FedEx delivery. And that's some pictures of the office there. If you ever get a chance to go to Germany, I really do recommend you go over and see the people there. Now, as I mentioned before, 99% of people don't own any gold. So as a way of reintroducing gold back into the hands of the people, Karatbars have come up with a really novel way of doing this. And this has become a business almost within the business itself. Number one, you can set up your weekly or monthly gold savings account. So you could set up your monthly savings account and save a 1 times 5 gram card every month. You can save 1 gram every week. You can save every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks. There's no commitment with the autosave. All right, so you could set it up today and then decide you want to take €50 off your card every single week. That's absolutely fine. If you want to up it or down it or cancel it or anything like that, is completely flexible. You're under no contract at all. We want to make gold easily accessible. That's what we're trying to do. We also then have birthday and celebration gifts, because we can print anything in these cards. This is a little birthday card. They cost about €10 each. Great to put inside a birthday card. It's a great way of introducing that person to gold. And remember, most people have never seen or touched 24 karat pure gold before, and this is what we're doing. We're trying to get it into the hands of the people. We have here Christmas cards, which if you'll have them a good time for Christmas. Little birth cards with little messages on them for babies. We have those for boys and for girls. So there's different little verses on here and little messages on each of those cards. There's an entire range of these. So if you want to go to the back, once you register, go to product purchase, you'll see all the types of cards there. Now, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I made this one for the Hillsborough disaster, Liverpool FC 96, so I got this one designed myself. So you can put anything you like on here. Maybe you know somebody getting married, or somebody maybe graduating from college or something. Here's a little congratulations cards. There's many different uses for these. The important thing is we're getting gold back into the hands of the general public, reintroducing them to gold ownership and teaching people about gold. Here's the little business cards, for example. You can put whatever you like on. I've just got my name and my website and things like that on there. Again, these little cards, you can have these designed with anything you like on them. They cost about €10 each for the 0.1 gram. You can also buy them in the 1 gram format as well, from around about €62. Because we're able to print anything on them, it's led into another part of the business, which different partnerships. We have licensing agreements with different sports clubs, with different organizations. You can see the Martina Slabakova card there on the screen. This is in real life. So a little bit about Martina. She's the current gold medal speed skating champion. And if you buy one of these cards, then a donation is made to help in her sport. We've also had licensing agreements with other sports clubs, MotoGP. You can see Adult Golden there on the screen. We had our own race team, so you can see the Karatbars motorbike on there and the Karatbars racing lorry. So if you ever get a chance to go and see that, the MotoGP one's on the screen. This is the official MotoGP card here. Okay, and you can see it's an official licensed product from MotoGP. So in terms of our partnerships, everything is very high-end and top level. If you do decide to get involved with Karatbars International, we're a very high-level company. That's the latest card, which was released a few weeks ago. It's the MotoGP card. It's around here on my table somewhere. The MotoGP, there it is. This is the MotoGP card here. Again, so if you're into your Formula One, that type of thing, and again, that comes with a nice mounted card as well. We do work with a lot of charities. You can see Harold there speaking at the Peace, Justice and Security Gala in The Hague. That's Sharon Stone he's talking to there. We're helping charities in Africa. You can see the Voices of Africa charity there in Tanzania. It's where my wife used to work. If you buy one of these, then a donation's made to that charity. Safety for Kids, helping children get to school in the United States. We have our own in-house World of Charity card there. And we have a Stay Strong Houston, which just came out last 2 weeks ago, which is helping people there, obviously victims of the Hurricane Harvey in Houston. We're working with the current Olympic gold medalist, Martina Puig, and she's from Puerto Rico. And again, this is the little card here. And if you're a big fan of tennis, then if you want to support her, you can buy one of those cards on donations made to her particular sport. Loads and loads of applications with these. You can create your own card, as I said as well. Put any design you like on it, send the designs into the branding card department, and as of last week, they're now available in 0.1 gram format as well. It's always just been 1 gram. Now you can have them in 0.1. Packs of 6 cost around about 60-something euros. Okay, so they work out about 10 euros each. All our deliveries and payments are made through Mastercard. So our payments are made through Mastercard, again, one of our very high-level partnerships, which we've had for years. All the deliveries are done through Fedex, and you don't have partnerships with Fedex and Mastercard for 4, 5, 6 years unless your company's doing something right and doing something right all the time. I do appreciate people watching this. You could be sitting in a room somewhere with some people. The reason I'm showing you all these things is I want you to be happy and confident with the company. So on top of that, let me talk a little bit about prices now. Again, people don't understand the prices of gold, so this is why I go through them in this little video. A 0.1 gram today, cash gold will cost you around about 7 euros. All right. A 1 gram card, and this is the 1 gram here, will cost you about 54 euros. That's for the gram. Whenever you take away a 3% discount code, which we can give you. All right. Don't take the price on the website as the final price. Okay. You can get discounts on the prices that are there. You can speak to your sponsor about that. So the 2.5 gram card, which is the next one, if you want to buy that one, it comes down to 2.5 gram. It comes down to about 50 euros per gram. And then the 5 gram card then works at about 46 euros per gram. So if you want the very best price per gram, you buy the 5 gram cards. Now people ask me, well, why would I buy 1 gram at 54 whenever I can buy this one at 46? Well, not everyone can afford to go straight in and buy the 5 gram card. But at least if someone's saving a gram of gold every week, they're doing something positive for themselves and their family. Sometimes maybe people can't afford the bigger card, the 5 gram cards, and get the better price per gram. But at least they're turning these devaluing dollars or euros into gold and getting today's price point on it. As well as that, if you needed to turn, let's say for example you had a 5 gram card, it's worth 250 euros. This one's worth say around about 55. If you needed 50 euros in cash, you could easily turn this back into cash. Whereas if you had only got this one, you'd have to turn the whole 250 back into cash. All right, so it's better to have the small amounts in case you need to turn the smaller amounts back into cash, and you don't have to give up all your gold to do that. But check the prices on the website. Just remember, the 5 gram cards, for example, I have customers who would buy maybe 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 euros worth of gold at a time, and in nearly all cases they buy the 5 gram cards simply because they're getting the best price point on there. Now, here's my little bit of an offer. As I said earlier, I have been with the company for 4 years. I look after over 12,000 accounts in 100 countries. And people are always telling me, I can buy gold cheaper. I've had it this week, 2 emails this week buying, I can buy gold cheaper. Invariably, when I go to these websites, they have a nice sort of headline price, if you want to call it that. And then whenever you get onto the website, there's no free storage. There's a minimum of 10 grams. Whenever you go and try to place your order, sorry, we don't have any grams available, but we do have ounces. A Dutch company did that. I had another company who didn't have any gold at all and were just ringing me up for 2 weeks after it every single day trying to sell me ounces because that's all they had in the first place. Perth Mint, for example, you have to put in $250 before you can get an order, etc., etc., etc. So I got fed up with all these companies after a while. So I basically have put this offer out. It's not from Karatbars International, it's just from me. If anyone can buy and have delivered the same grade of gold, all right, we're talking the same grade, not 999.5 as some big companies are doing and passing it off as 49s, okay? Same grade of gold and the same weights with the same features as Karatbars for a lower price, I will send them 10 grams of my Karatbars gold, okay? It's been sitting here, 2 5-gram cards, anybody can have them. Now, when I say features, I mean not 0.1 gram to 5 gram weights, okay? I don't mean somebody selling ounces, I mean the same weights, and we're trying to make gold easily accessible to the public. Most companies are not set up to sell 0.1 gram to 5 gram weights. 999.9 purity, it must come from an LBMA accredited refinery. The gold must be stamped, it must have a serial number, all right? It must have blacklight technology, it must have a certificate of authenticity, a hologram, DNA security coding. The company must offer you a free account, so they're not getting the extra money from charging people for an account. No monthly subscriptions or weekly subscriptions or hidden charges, no minimum orders. Again, these are all tricks these other companies do. They must offer free storage, must give you insured and tracked delivery, so it's not going to go missing, and have a guaranteed buyback price, which Karatbars also have. And finally, you must be able to pay others and buy goods and services with your gold as well. As I said, this offer is made by McGinty and not Karatbars International. The last little bit may have thrown you. You might be thinking, how can you pay others and buy goods and services with your gold? Well, let me show you. Karatbars International are introducing now, to complete the circle of what we're trying to do, we've introduced CaratPay, which is available on the website. And basically what that means is you can go now and buy cash gold. Okay, you can fill your account with as much cash gold as you like. If you want to go and pay someone in the United States or another country or someone up the road with your gold, you can simply put in their wallet number and transfer the gold from your account to their account, and they can then have that gold delivered to their address. So think about Bitcoin cryptocurrency, where people love it because it's outside the banking system and they can pay other people in other countries. Well, think about Bitcoin, but think about doing that with pure gold. We are already ahead of that in terms of our company. And so you can buy your cash gold now, you can transfer it to, you can keep it in storage for free, transfer it to someone else, that person can have it delivered. All right, think about that for a second, how big that will be when people realize what that is. On top of that, we're allowing shops and businesses now to accept Karatbars as payment for goods and services. Remember earlier I showed these notes? So now maybe you might be thinking, I can see now what the notes are for. All right, and this is why we have these small denominations. Let's imagine you've got an 0.6 gram and you want to buy a pair of trainers. You go to the K-Exchange website, that's what we call it. You go to the K-Exchange website, you find a local shop that accepts Karatbars as payment. They sell trainers. You can walk in there with your note and you can pay for your trainers. Let's imagine that your cash gold is in your account. Well, very soon we're going to have the app released, hopefully towards the end of this year. And if you don't have the physical cash gold, you can go in with your app and you can pay the shopkeeper via your app. In the same way you use Google Pay or Apple Pay, you can now use CaratPay. Big difference is this is all backed by gold. This is not backed by fresh air. This is not backed by money sitting in a bank, which is losing value with inflation. You've actually got real gold sitting in your account. That real gold is increasing every year against currencies, and you can go and you can pay for shopkeepers with that gold. Now, if shopkeepers know they can get paid in something that holds its value rather than something that's losing its value, what do you think they're going to want to be paid in? On top of that, and this is genius, I love this, shopkeepers are going to help introduce more customers to Karatbars, because whenever someone comes in to buy that pair of trainers, if they don't have a Karatbars account, the shopkeeper can give them it's called gold back. So the customer registers for an account there, and then the shopkeeper can give them €5, £5, $5, whatever, of gold in their account. That person walks out of the shop, they now have a CaratPay account, they now have $5 of free gold in their account. So they can go home and they can actually add to that, or they can go and spend that gold in another K-exchange around the world. We're launching this right now at the moment. It's going to be massive. So people, it finishes off that circle, people saying, what do I do with my gold? You can go and see a K-exchange center. You can turn your gold into goods and services, back into cash. This is a big question people ask. What can I do with my gold? Well, I've answered most of that, but what people don't think is you should be keeping it. All right, you should be keeping it for your retirement, and if it's not for your retirement, It should be for a legacy, maybe to pass on to your family. I'm now thinking about my children and their children and starting this as it's something we're going to do and pass on down through the generations. You can sell your gold to another partner or another customer. You can sell it to anyone in the world. We do have a Facebook group with over 10,000 partners on there. If one of my business partners came to me today, or customers, and said, Brian, I'm really desperate, I need to change some of my Karatbars into cash before, and there's no key exchange in their area, I'd be quite happy to do that for them. We're a big family in terms of people within Karatbars. Transferred by Karatpay, you can use it in key exchanges. You can sell it privately on eBay. I'll give you an example just on that. I took a 1 gram Karatbar, put it on eBay, and I sold it for £50, which works out about £60, which works out about 65 euros, about $70. That's what I got for a 1 gram Karatbar on eBay. Now, if I had a little piece of gold like this, which I got from bullion by post, if I tried to sell that on eBay, I might, if I'm lucky, get £40 for it. It has no certificate, it has no hologram, it has no other security features, and it might be just a little bit of tungsten covered in 24 karat gold. So whenever people talk about buying gold and the price of gold they're buying at, don't think about that. Think about the price that you're going to get for it whenever you want to turn it back into cash or goods and services. The great thing about gold is you can do that in any country. The question people should be asked themselves, and they're not yet, but this is what I'm trying to teach people, what should you do with your currency? This evaporating. If you've got dollars, okay, inflation, or let's take sterling because I know the figures better. Sterling at the moment, inflation is running at 3%. So this is going down 3% in value every single year. All right. Interest rates in the bank, Santander at the moment is 0.01%. So you're losing nearly 3% just by owning this stuff. So rather than worrying about what you should do with your gold, people should be worrying what they're doing with this paper money. They should be turning it into something that's holding on to the value and stores value. And if you do want to become a customer with us, I hope you do. We can give you 3% discount codes, which will give you 3% off all your purchases for 12 months. We also have €100 discount codes, which give you €100 off bigger purchases. Just get back to your sponsor and ask about those. Now, if you want to get started, you can get started right now. All right. Register for your free account. You just need to get back to your sponsor and ask them for that link. You need to upload your KYC, which just simply means know your customer. You need to upload a copy of your ID and your address so that we know you are who you are and we can deliver it to that address. You can place your first orders. You buy some cash gold, maybe buy a birthday card, buy some early Christmas cards, whatever you want to order, and you can see how the whole thing works. All you have to do then is wait for your FedEx delivery. A couple of days before the order, whenever the delivery is picked up by FedEx, you will get, an email, and you can track that order all the way from Karatbars headquarters in Germany right to your door. All I can tell you from my own personal point of view is in 4 years, I've never ever had a customer not get their order. I've never ever had a customer want to send their order back, and that's testament to the company, and the fact I work with customers in over 100 countries tells you a lot about the company. Create your free gold savings account now. I do recommend that you set up an autosave, but it's completely manual. It's completely up to you. It's not mandatory or anything like that. But do take a look through the website. Do take a look through all the products, and if you've got any questions, get back and ask your sponsor about that. So let's look at part 2, becoming a business partner. If you like all those products that are there, if you think it's something you could promote, all we're actually trying to do is we're trying to help people save. We're trying to help people turn devaluing currency into gold. All right. It is a difficult thing to do. Simply from the point of view is that 99% of people don't own any gold and have never owned any gold. And this is why we use these presentations. The good news is you don't have to learn all these things. All you have to do is ask people to come and watch this video every single Monday night. And if people can't come and watch this video on a Monday, then we have a recording of it, and the recording is available every week. So if you send someone to the recording, it's never more than 7 days old. So remember, Karatbars is a business, all right? We're a networking company. People have different names: networking company, affiliate company, network marketing, multi-level marketing company. The main thing with Karatbars is, as a multi-level marketing company, and I've been in direct sales for over 20 years, this is a multi-level marketing company, but not as you may know it. The reason I say that is because there are no trapdoors, there are no trip steps. If you decide to join the business and you bring in your customers make a purchase, you will get paid your commission. There's nothing there, and there's nothing built into the business or built into the company to stop you getting paid. On top of that, there are no targets, okay, which is really important. And the business is very, very, very much relaxed, and you're given the freedom to go and build the business as you see fit. You can start off for free. I'll show you the free business model in a second, or you can make a one-off payment and buy a marketing package which actually gives you some physical product to go and show someone. Again, this is a one-off payment. There are no monthly or yearly fees or anything like that. You can build your business online or offline. Your income is really unlimited. And when I say unlimited, if you bring in 5 million customers and they're all saving a gram of gold every week, then you'll get paid your commission on those 5 million customers every week. That's pretty much how it works. You can build a business in 121 countries, so you're only limited by your own imagination. You're the boss, okay? I'm not going to tell you what to do. Karatbars are never going to tell you what to do. What we will do is we'll give you the training and support to help you grow whatever size of business you like. You're in business for yourself completely, but you're not by yourself at all. So I always tell people to decide on what they're good at. There's many different parts to Karatbars, as you probably already saw. We help bring in business partners. We need business partners, obviously, to grow the business. We help people set up savings plans. Some people focus on that. K-exchange centers, we're just waiting on the final documents for those, and we can start going into shops and telling shopkeepers about that. We'll soon have Karat Pay, and maybe that's going to be a thing. Churches, charities, and non-profits, maybe you specialize in those. We have people within Karatbars who only talk to churches. So they go to a church, they speak to the pastor sets business for free. He tells his congregation about it, he or she, and they start saving. The church makes some money every single week, every single month. It's really, really simple. There's no resistance because it's a completely free model. There's no cost for the church. There's no cost for the congregation. Branded business cards, again, is going to be a big part of the company. It already is. Maybe just going to businesses and talking about business cards, marketing cards, those type of things. And finally, the sports clubs. As you see, we work with some top-level sports clubs. Now, this one's not available on the website anymore, but it's the Real Madrid limited edition collector's card. There's actually 2 of those limited edition runs. So we do work with very high-level sports clubs. So already that can get you straight in the door because we do work with those high-level organizations. For the rest of this little presentation, I'm going to talk about business partners and savings plans because that's the main part of what we do. And here's how simple Karatbars is. If you sell gold, just gold by itself, so this is people setting up savings plans or buying a 1 gram or 2.5, you will earn up to 6% on all the gold you sell. All right, that's 6%. Just remember that. You can earn up to 6% on all the gold you sell every week, all right, or every month or whenever you sell it. You will earn up to 25% on all the products that we sell. And we do sell marketing packages and other products. Those are the 2 main figures, 6% and 12%. Really easy. Now, it's a really simple business as well, and never lose sight of how simple it is. You promote a presentation, which is this one. We give this to you. There are other presentations. If you don't like me, if you don't like my accent, if you don't like my style of presentation, that's absolutely fine. There are other presentations every day right throughout the world. Okay, you can find those in your back office. You can watch them all in your first week and decide on one you like. If you like mine, fine, use mine. The customer then watches the presentation and they buy from the website. So you're not involved in that process at all. They go to the website and they buy the products themselves and they pay online themselves. So you have no inventory to worry about. Karatbars will deliver the product to them, all right? So they'll create their own order. And then if the customer has a problem, Karatbars will look after customer support. So you don't even have to do that. You don't have to be the person who does support. I love doing support. I do support for all my customers just as a middle person between me and the office because 90% of things I can help with anyway. Now, if you do that, you're paid weekly onto your company MasterCard. So this is the company MasterCard here. Okay, I've been getting paid in that since June 2013, 5 times every month. My commissions have never ever been late and never ever been wrong. All right. If you've worked with other networking companies out there, if you've worked with other direct sales companies, big bugbear of mine always was that they got commissions wrong and the commissions were never on time. They were wrong. Never, ever, ever wrong, never, ever incorrect with Karatbars. And that's one thing I love about the company. I never have to think about my commissions. They're always perfect. The part of the business is free to start. There's no cost, no fees, no subscriptions, no first purchases, and no hidden charges. All right. Now get your head around that for a minute. You can make a lot of money with this business for free. Just give you your own online shop, your own landing page, digital brochures, your own presentations to use, and your own Karatbars website to promote as well. And we provide the presentations and provide the support as well. So if you do send someone to a presentation and they've got some questions, you don't even have to answer them. You can just hand them on to me or to your upline support, your upline sponsor, and they will do all that for you as well. It can't get any easier than this. We do have business packages. These are one-off costs. So if you order a business package, they come in a box like this. And we have the bronze, silver, gold, and VIP, which are the 4 packages we've had for years. And the only difference in the packages is there's more things in them. If we look at the VIP package, you get 1 of the 0.1 gram cash gold. You get a VIP pin, which is like this one, which is up in my jacket normally, but I take it off for this. We get 3% bonus cards. Now these are really important. 3% bonus cards cost €20 each. All right, this is not fresh air in the box. You give these out to customers, it gives 3% off all your purchases for 12 months. I always keep a stock of these, really, really important, really valuable thing to have. Top of that, we have €100 discount cards, which you get 40 of those. Again, you can give these to, if someone wants to buy a VIP package today, I give them one of these and it gives them €100 off. Again, if you're building your business, these are really important. They cost €80 each. Again, they're not free. People don't see the value of them. People count up the amount of gold that's in the package. You count up the value of all the products. You get 3 1-gram classic Karatbars, 1 image, which is the little black one here. So we get 3 of those. Okay. You get 1 image brochure, a gold brochure. And the brochures are really, really good. If you're going to build your business offline, then if you're going to show people products, then you need to have your brochures. And again, really high quality brochures. You can see here, I've got all the different images and things inside here. So you've got branding card brochures, you've got a presentation, you've got a compensation plan as well. The compensation plan is just going to go here, but whenever you register, if you become a business partner, go to the download section, your compensation plans there, you can read it all in detail. We do have 2 premium packages. These are really, really special. They're out at the moment. The premium professional package, I'll just go through that one for you. You get 30 gold in that, so a lot of cash gold. You get 70 profit cards. Profit card is basically they're about there somewhere. So there's a profit card. Basically, a profit card is just a combination of a 3% card and a €100 discount card. They cost about €130 each, so you get 70 of those in there. You get 4 3D metal cards. You get 10 1-gram classic Karatbars, an image brochure, gold brochure, 4K exchange brochures, 4 branded card brochures, presentation and marketing plan, 2 pairs of sunglasses, 3 Karatbars coins. And this is a coin here, and again, it's got your gold in the center. Right, really nice coin. And so you've got 3 of those. You get the automatic watch, which is like this one. Okay, it's a really nice watch again. It's an automatic one, so it goes with your movement of your wrist. And you also get 20 business cards, and the business cards are there. If I can get my watch back on. There we go. Live TV, eh? And 20 business cards then you can put your details on here and your website and everything, so you get those printed. So you've got really nice business cards with gold inside them to hand out to people as well. If you buy one of these premium packages at the moment, there's an offer with these. And basically every time some products are sold from Karatbars International, money goes into a pot. And at the end of the month, the pot is shared out between the people who have bought the premium package and the premium professional package. Now, because of that, we've sold a lot of these, and they do cost more money, but people have bought these because there is that monthly payout attached to them as well. If you need more details on that, get back to your sponsor at the end of the video, and they can give you some details. We have another video on that as well, or they can introduce you, and I can tell you a bit more about it. But really, really good offer. It's running at the moment, and details again are on the website. So let's take a look at the prices now in the packages. There's something for everybody. Now, the free model, the free package, the free business gives you the brochures digital download, but the bronze package gives you in a delivered form. All right, that's the difference. Silver package €896, $425. Gold package is €987, and the VIP is €1,909. And again, that's with a €100 discount, which we can give you. Okay. The great thing about from bronze to silver to gold and VIP, if you want to start today with the silver, just to see what comes in the post, and many people do this. I did it myself back in 2013. I ordered the silver. Waited, came about 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, it arrived in the post. I immediately thought I should have done VIP, so I bought the VIP, and you just pay the difference between the silver and the VIP. All right. On the premium packages, you can buy more than one premium package. All right. You can't buy more than one bronze, silver, gold, or VIP. The premium and premium professional, because of the monthly payout, people are buying more than one of those. People are buying multiples of those, so you can buy more than one of those if you like. It's a one-off purchase, so it doesn't matter which package you buy. All right, the value of the products inside the package exceeds the cost, and that's really important. So if you add up the cost of the bonus cards and the gold and the brochure and everything, it exceeds what you see in the screen right now. It's delivered by Fedex. You can start immediately. So if you order your package right now after this video, you can start right away. You can start building your business right away. You can start at any level, as I said, and upgrade and pay the difference for us to VIP. You can also pay using Bankwire. Okay, so the options are there. Whenever you choose Bankwire, or PDFs generated with the bank details. You can also choose credit card, debit card, or you can pay with Bitcoin as well. We just introduced Bitcoin as a payment method a couple of weeks ago. Now, there's 5 little simple steps to get started. You'll register after this presentation, hopefully. There's no reason not to. You've got the business for free, you know that. Step 1 is order your package. So you can order any package from bronze to premium, all right, premium professional. If you want to build a free business, you don't have to worry about step 1. Step 2, upload your KYC, so that's a copy of driving license, passport. All right. We then have your prepaid Mastercard, so order it. So it costs about €20, and that'll be delivered out to your home within about 2 weeks. So you need that to get your commissions out of the ATM. And again, you can use your commissions to buy gold with them. I use 10% of my commissions every week to buy gold again with. Or you can just use a card in a petrol station or something to go into the shops to do your shopping. I've actually found new customers just by using because the Mastercard is really, really nice. People often ask what it is, okay? So whenever I show it to them and they ask what it is, it gets me in conversation about Karatbars, and I've got more customers. It is really nice. Now, next step 4 is really important, whether you're free business or not. Step 4, auto purchase to save in gold. Basically, all that means is set up an auto purchase, even if it's only €50 a month. All right, the minimum amount is €50. The minimum term is 50 is per month. So set up €50 a month. If you can do more, if you can do a 5 gram a month, even better. If you can do a 2.5 gram every 2 months, it's completely flexible. The important thing is that you do it, because even if you're a free business owner, if you're out there talking to customers, they're going to say, well, how do I set up my autosave? If you haven't done it, you're not going to be able to teach them. All right, and don't ever try and ask someone to do something else you haven't done yourself. I see many people in Karatbars fail simply because they don't have an autosave set up, and they wonder then why they can't build their business, because they can't have a conversation with someone. Well, I save 2.5 grams a month. I save 5 grams every month. Let me show you how I do. Let me show you how easy it is to set up. You need to be able to have that conversation. So the autosave is vitally important. On top of that, we have an offer on this video at the moment. If you have an autosave set up every single month, you can earn extra gold depending on how many customers you have. So you can earn free gold every month as well. So it's really important from that point of view. Step 5 is your fast start call to action. And that basically tells you about a little fast start guide, that 5 weeks fast start that we have running at the moment. And it shows you how you can get your business off to a fast start. It's called the Karat Fast Track. Really simply, it's really easy to explain. If you start off your business today, you can go out. If you can go out and find 5 customers who complete the 5 steps in 5 weeks. That's really it. Complete 5 steps, introduce 5 partners at the same level as you or higher in 5 weeks, and you'll get a free upgrade to the next level. Really simple, really easy. Now, it's not mandatory. You can find 5 business partners in 5 years if you like. It's just something to focus people on. It just gives you, I know myself, if you get off to a good start, your business, the momentum keeps going throughout your business. So it's not mandatory, but if you can try and do it, it gives you something to focus on. Let me give you an example. Complete your 5 steps. Buy a gold package, for example, for 987 or whatever it is that you're around about that sort of price. Start showing this video or sending people to the Monday presentation. All right. So if you do nothing else for the next week, just pack out this video or this presentation next week. If over the next 5 weeks, remember it's only 1 person a week copying what you do, just 1 person a week. 5 people join at gold in 5 weeks. You'd earn €740 in commission, all right, because you get a commission if you introduce a new business partner. It's just a one-off, but again, you've almost got your money back that you paid. So now your business is completely free. You get a free upgrade to the VIP level, which is worth over €1,000, and more importantly, you now have 5 business partners, and you've helped 5 people save as well. So if you've helped 5 people, those 5 people are out then building their businesses, and that total perpetuation of building and bringing in new customers and introducing them to Karatbars means that your business will grow over the coming months. My business, for example, grew this week by about 100 people. Whether I turn on my computer or not, it'll grow by over 100 people next week again. And that's simply because the business is growing. And that's leverage, and that's paying me commissions every week. When I go to bed, I wake up in the morning, there's always more commissions from when I went to bed. It's a great place to be and having that residual income. So 5 people help 5 people. Just to give you an example, over a period of 6 months, if that just keeps going every single month, you'd have 3,906 people. So what does that mean in real money? Well, let's imagine those people were saving €50 a week. Okay, every single person has registered for their account and they're saving €50 a week. Your turnover in your business at the end of just 3,906 customers in your organization, turnover will be €781,200, all right, per month, okay, $874,000, over £600,000 per month, all right. You could do that with the free model, all right, without buying a business package, without buying any marketing package. You could go out now and start building that type of business right now. And Karatbars pay up to 6% commission every single month on all the gold you sell. So imagine getting 6% of that. Now, Let's imagine you weren't interested in building the business, you weren't interested in business partners, you just wanted to get your own customers. Some people do that, and you just want to register your own customers, help them set up a savings account, and that's all you're going to do. All right, let's give you an example of that. 200 customers saving €50 a week. Okay, over 4 weeks, your business is turning over 40,000 a month. You would be earning €1,400, $1,600, £1,250 per month. So if £1,250 a month is something you think would be good, if you think it would pay your mortgage, if you think it would do, I don't know, buy you whatever, take you on an extra couple of holidays a year, then you need 200 customers, set up €50 a week. All right, and that's what you'll be earning every month as a residual income. If you have 1,000 customers, let's say you get a bit excited then and you go out and you find some more. 1,000 customers at €50 is 200,000 a month your business is turning over. You would be earning at least 7,000, that's $8,000, £6,000 per month. Now, I've worked this out at 3.5% because that's the minimum you would be earning if you were doing that sort of turnover. I've worked it out. And remember, you can earn up to 6%. All right, so these figures are completely on the conservative side. These figures are based on the fact that none of these customers introduced anybody else ever. This is just 200 customers of your own who decide to do nothing else except become savers. Just think about that, £6,000 extra per month. Now, you can bring in 1,000 customers, you can bring in 10,000, 100,000 customers. In my organization at the moment, there's over 12,000. My next personal target is to get to over 100,000. Build as big as you like, all right? There's nothing going to stop you. There are many other ways to earn. You have double income, direct commissions, there's generation bonus, Karatbars pools, gold funds, package bonus, dual team bonus, premium pools, premium professional pools. Again, I'm not going to talk about these in this video. All the details of these are in the marketing plan in the back office and you can read them. As well as that, we have fantastic holidays and promotions running throughout the year. I was in LA last year with my wife, 9 days, stayed in Rodeo Drive, all paid for. I went to the Caribbean this January, again for 7 days, all paid for. I'm glad I'm not there now, but it was great at the start of the year. I was in Germany for a week. We were picked up by helicopter just after that picture was taken there at the bottom. That's me on the right. Taken off Michelin dining for a week. And in January, we're heading to Las Vegas again. Karatbars are paying for me to Las Vegas, paying for my tickets, and giving me money for flights as well. There's still time to win this. It's an incentive. It's on until the end of October. If you get started today, speak to your sponsor. There's also cars up for grabs. Somebody has already won one of the cars. If 100 people qualify for the cars, Karatbars will happily give away the keys for 100 cars. And this is not giving you money towards a car every month. It's giving you the whole car, keys. It's yours. You drive off with it. On top of that, you get free support. The business is easy enough. All we have to do is keep asking people to watch the presentation. The global support desk is open 7 days. We have support in head office and in Dubai, covered at the weekends. You can get through just on WhatsApp and different channels. You have online sales training if you want to do that. Offline, if you want to focus on that, choose whatever you like. Weekly newsletters from head office, and I know other leaders do newsletters too. If you want three-way calls, so you introduce a customer, customer's questions, you're not sure the answers, but you'd like to hear them, get them on a three-way call with us. We can answer the questions, you can hear them being answered, so then the next time you can do it yourselves. Great way to train people. We have mentoring, motivation, coaching, skills development. There are some fantastic leaders in this company, and anybody in the company will help you right up to the top. And this is available and free to everyone in the organization. So as I said already, once you buy your package and you start building business, it's only money coming in. There's no money going out, there's no monthly fees, there's no subscriptions, there's no ongoing anything. All your commissions are coming in. It's a great thing about the company. So if you want to get earning today, you can start right now. Get back to your sponsor. Otherwise, if this is a recorded video, there may be a link underneath. So just have a look underneath if this is a recording. If it's not Monday at 9:30 p.m. in the UK, then it's definitely a recording. But get back to your sponsor. Otherwise, complete the 5 steps. Now, what I'll say, really important in this, you don't need to know how the engine in your car works. You get in and turn the key, and the car goes. All right. Think about your 5 steps like that. Just get the 5 steps done. Don't be thinking, right, I'll skip out 2 and I'll do 4. Just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you do that, that's it done. All right. Order whatever marketing package you can afford. The KYC is simple. Order your MasterCard, set up your autosave. That's you done. All you have to do then is promote the presentation. All right. Invite everyone to the presentation. Why do I say everyone? Everyone has a birthday. All right. Most people celebrate Christmas, all right? So even if that customer just watches this video and loves the idea of a birthday card, fantastic, all right? You've just got a customer who buys a Christmas card every year. Whenever your business grows up like mine and you've got maybe 400 people buying a Christmas card every year, that's 400 grams of gold I know I'm going to sell this December, all right? Every single customer counts, and you're building a business over a period of months and years. All right. This is definitely not get rich quick. If anything, it's get rich slow and stay rich. All right, that's the whole point. You're building a business. The great thing is the head office supply all the product, head office supply all the marketing, head office do all the deliveries, head office pay all the commissions, head office do all the support. All you have to do is get the people started. All right. Help people register and complete the 5 steps. If they've got questions, pass them to your upline. You're paid next Friday. So if you register tonight, talk to your friend John. Your friend John decides to register and buy a marketing package, you'll be paid next Friday for that onto your company MasterCard. That was the reason I got into Karatbars. So, and one of the reasons in the beginning is because I was going to get paid every week. I didn't have to wait a month for my commissions. And on top, the best thing of all is you can build a passive residual income. The work I did in 2013, I'm still getting paid for now. If I wanted to go now and go fishing for the next 3 months, my business is going to grow. There's going to be more customers in my business every week. There's going to be more business partners in my business every week. And my income is going to grow every week, regardless of my effort. But what you will find is that as your business starts to grow, you want to help more people and you want to work, and you actually get more energy to work. In the beginning, with any business, it's hard to get up in the morning. Whenever you've got 12,000 people in your business, you're bouncing out of bed morning. You can't wait to get into the office. You can't wait to get your computer on to see what's been happening during the night. So that's it, guys. That's it for this little presentation. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope I've answered most of your questions. Can we just take a wee? Hopefully I've answered everything, but if there is any questions, you can put them into the little box down here on the bottom left. Yes, you have to buy the Karatbars MasterCard now. Up until about a year ago, what Karatbars were doing is Karatbars were whenever you earned a certain amount of commissions, then 20 euros was taken off the commissions and the Karatbars MasterCard was automatically ordered for you. But what was happening then was people were waiting for their commissions, so the commissions were paid out, people were waiting for them. So what Karatbars decided to do last year was give people the option of ordering the card themselves. So whenever you register now, you can order your MasterCard, you can have it within a couple of weeks, and that way you have your card as soon as your first commissions land. Whereas the old system, which you're right, yes, whenever you earned a certain amount of commissions, the card was bought for you. It still cost you. You still had to buy. You still had to pay 20 euros, or if it's through Fedex, it's 50 euros. If you're in the UK, for example, it's 20 euros. But it still costs exactly the same. The system's now different. The system's better because you can order your MasterCard day one, and you can have it by the time your commissions are on there. Okay, make sense? And there's Hassan's a good example who's on here tonight in this presentation. He joined Karatbars on November 14th and was recently recommitted to building his business. All right. If Karatbars was another company such, I don't know, Amway, Herbalife or something like that, he would have had a monthly fee to pay every single month. Now, with most networking companies, if you don't pay your monthly fee, you lose your business. All right. If you stop paying that monthly sub or monthly credit card fee, you lose your business. The great thing about Karatbars is people can, for example, someone could get ill for 3 months, and they get ill for 3 months and they come back and they're refreshed and ready to get into their business. I have had so many people since 2014 who started, who've gone away and done other things. Maybe they got distracted with another business, but then they came back. The great thing about this system, the great thing about the Karatbars system is that everyone who has a Karatbars account and every business partner who comes into my business has his business for life or her business. All right. So if something happens in your life and you can't do your business for 2 or 3 months, then you pick it up exactly where you left off. It hasn't cost you any more, and you can just pick it up anytime. And I see people now different times of the year working. Like I have in our summer here in the UK, we have Australians working because it's their winter. And then I get the ones in Northern Europe doing more work in the winter because of the dark evenings. And then I see the Australian ones tailing off. So different people working at different times of the year. As your business grows, you'll start to see different people working at different times. And that's the beauty of this business. There's no stress. Build your business when you want. I have teachers who just build their business on a Saturday and Sunday or during school holidays because your business is never costing you anything. Get started, complete your 5 steps, and you'll never have anything else to pay. Hassan Thomas, to get the free storage, you have to be an affiliate. No, customers, no, you don't have to be an affiliate for free storage, no. If you're a customer, you can choose free storage whenever you place your order. The other thing as well is you can become a free affiliate. I recommend that everyone becomes a free affiliate, even if you just want to be a customer. Choose the free affiliate button. If you're a customer and you want to change and you want to become an affiliate, there's a little link in the back office and you just click that. and it opens up tabs. So the only difference between being a customer and an affiliate is that the customers don't get to see all the marketing stuff and don't get to see the team statistics and all those things that are to do with sales. Many people just want to be a customer. They don't want to be an affiliate, so they don't want to see all that salesy stuff. But if you are a customer and you talk to your friend and they want to buy some gold and you need an affiliate link, just click that little button and you become a free affiliate. All right. Cheers, Thomas. Thanks very much. All right, guys, that's us then for the questions. That's good. I hope I've answered everything well. I'm going to finish off now. This webinar will be available on all our team replicated websites by tomorrow morning. And if I can give you one bit of advice for the next week is, if you do nothing else for the next week, make sure you have 10, 20, 30 people on this webinar next Monday night. All right. That's how you build your business in the fastest possible way. More people to the presentation, let people have a chat with me, let people see the presentation. So, all right, good stuff. Thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you all again next Monday. Thanks very much.